Good evening and welcome to the Lagos studios of IATV. I am Adeboyega Labiran with the news. An officer of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, Damilare Adesina, has decried his neglect by the agency following his involvement in an accident while on an official duty. It was gathered that Adesina, who was deployed to Zone 6 Agege area of Lagos, was pushed from a truck while he was trying to apprehend the driver who drove against traffic. The 52-year-old lamented that since he had been admitted to hospital, the agency had not provided him with any financial support. When the public relations officer, LASMA, Hassan Mahmood, was contacted, he said Adesina's action contravened the rule of the agency, adding that the agency would do all in its power to support him to get back on his feet. An Ikorodu Magistrate Court in Lagos State today ordered that a 24-year-old applicant, Lateef Olaosebikon, who allegedly defiled an 8-year-old girl, be remanded in prison pending legal advice. Chief Magistrate Aziz, who did not take the plea of Olaosebikon, ordered the police to duplicate the case file and send it to the Lagos State Director of Public Prosecutions for advice. He adjourned the case until August 29th for mention. Earlier, the Prosecution Counsel, Sergeant John Ibereden, told the court that the defendant committed the offense on July 19th at number 16 Owolabi Street, Oreta, Igbogbo, Ikorodu. The police in Ekiti State have arrested 5 persons in connection with the shooting and killing of a commercial motorcyclist in Ikere Ekiti last night. A report has it that pellets from the gunshots fired during the traditional dancing procession ahead of a traditional festival billed for tomorrow in the ancient town hit 2 motorcyclists and one of them died immediately. The 2 Okada men were hit by stray bullets during the traditional dancing conducted by some natives in preparation for the Oduoba King Festival. The police spokesman in Ekiti State, DSP Caleb Ikechukwu, who confirmed the arrest of the suspect, also confirmed the shooting. Curbing the rising insecurity challenges in the country has in recent times become a dominant conversation both in the social and mainstream media. In the last 2 weeks alone, almost all the mainstream media had at least one editorial on insecurity-related challenges in the country. In this report, IATV News examines the different sides to the security challenges confronting the country.
Across the country, the recurrent incidents of incessant killings, kidnappings, Fulani herders attacks, and the likes is gradually becoming a daily occurrence to an extent that a day without images of brutality on front pages of national dailies is now considered abnormal in some newsrooms. The case is no different for operators of social media platforms and their followers. Suffice to say that what used to be accidental in the past is now daily reality.
So the security challenges are monumental. We can see it left, right, and center. And I've advocated that the president needs to change the security architecture. These people are tried, and they are tested, and they are tired.
I spoke to somebody yesterday, so he was moving. Thank God he had his own security details. These guys from nowhere with their cows, so that they were, if they were just men who came out fine, their cows were by their side. And they opened fire on them. Thank God they had security details who had guns, so they also returned fire. They are being armed now, and you don't just give a gun to anybody.
This escalated version of alleged herders' intrusion had continued almost unabated since 2016, yet the presidency insists that it had done well in securing the country, a cardinal promise the president made to the Nigerian voters during his 2015 election campaigns.
The problem we are witnessing is caused by failure of government. But this government has woefully failed. And when you think of it, the primary promise they made to the people why they came to power is to tackle security problem.
With 2019 already gone halfway, without any significant improvement in this.
We expected Buhari. He gave promises.
when it comes, all these things will stop. It's unfortunate it's on the increase.
While the presidency and its service chiefs continue to receive backlash from Nigerians, the nation's security team remains emphatic on the claim that they are not overwhelmed, dismissing the allegations of Fulanization as baseless.
It's just a new development, and when you're talking of analyzing crimes and criminality in any contemporary society, you have to consider the dimensions of these crimes. Kidnapping was just basically economic, but now you see that somebody will kidnap, at the end of the day will kill the victim. So it's a new dimension and it's revolving, and we just to study this in multifaceted dimensions.
For the Nigerian patriots, reflecting on the way forward should be the dominant topic, instead of reminiscing on the past with its attendant blame games. Adejobi says the narrative of leaving the security agents to do all the job alone must change if Nigeria will weed from among itself such criminal elements. He envisaged a situation where all hands were on deck, with Nigerians partnering security agencies in intelligence gathering.
A crime is a crime, no coloration. Forget about Fulani and kidnappers, Fulani and this. We have seen cases where people, not even from the north, have kidnapped. In as much as we are out there to gather intelligence, we expect people to assist the police to gather intelligence. That's what the Inspector General of Police is preaching now. The concept of community policing must come to play.
Though they say talk is cheap, it is only necessary to keep hope alive and collaborate with the powers that be in the security industry. But how to build trust back in the mind of some Nigerians who may be doubting the integrity of some of the security agencies is another question that begs for answers. Thompson Andrew, IATV News, Lagos.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has disclosed that it paid 206.585 billion naira as under recovery in January and February 2019, an increase of 190.37 compared with 16.212 billion naira recorded in the last 2 months of 2018. Under recovery, also known as fuel subsidy, is the cost the NNPC is incurring to subsidize the price of premium motor spirit, PMS, also known as petrol, to ensure that it is sold at fuel retail stations at the regulated price of 145 naira per litre, even when the real market price is above the regulated price. Since 2017, the NNPC had been the sole importer of PMS in Nigeria, and it deducted cost for under recovery before making remittances to the Federation account. The amount declared as under recovery by the NNPC in November of 2018 stood at 2.876 billion naira, dropping sharply from 40.53 billion naira recorded in October of 2018. When contacted on the issue, Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division of the NNPC, Undu Ugamadu, explained that the prices of crude oil had been rising in the international market, and when that happens, it normally affects prices of petroleum products and by extension, the landing cost. The latest national survey of micro, small and medium enterprises has revealed that the number of micro, small and medium-scale businesses in Nigeria grew by 12% to 41.543 million in 2017 from 37.067 million in 2013. The survey was conducted by National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, and Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDA. The report stated that the sector's total employment contribution stood at 59,647,954 persons, including owners as at December 2017, representing 86.3% of national workforce, contributing 7.64% of export receipts. He noted that MSMEs played a significant role as the engine for economic transformation and industrialization for both developed and developing countries. On the heels of rising economic hardship and rising cost of food produce, Vegetables and fruit nutritionists urge Nigerians to buy and consume only nutrient-fortified food produce. In an exclusive interview with IATV News, our dietitian and nutritionist emphasized the invaluable role good nutrition plays in achieving a healthy lifestyle. Our head correspondent, Folashade Ogunride, has the details.
The saying, "an apple a day takes the doctor away," is a popular rhyme in primary and secondary healthcare systems. But can this be achieved in Nigeria, where the average citizen lives on less than $1 per day? Achieving healthy lifestyle involves a balanced diet, regular exercise, and a good nutrition. However, in the reality of Nigeria's economic downturn and hike in price of goods and services, sustaining a healthy lifestyle seems daunting. According to the United Nations, all people at all ages and at all times should have access to affordable, diversified, safe and healthy diet to help prevent all forms of malnutrition, undernutrition, micronutrition deficiencies, and overweight or obesity, and diet-related non-communicable diseases. Now the question we must answer is this: how can the average Nigerian maintain a balanced and nutritious diet even with a low budget? Jane LLD, a nutritionist and dietitian, explains what good nutrition is.
Eating the right foods for adequate maintenance of your health. Basically, from world international standards, even local standards, and the conventional standards, eating right has to do with eating foods that are more natural, drinking lots of water, and making sure that you exercise adequately to increase your metabolism.
In explaining how good nutrition can be achieved with a low budget, the nutritionist emphasized that similarly costly nutrition cannot be compared with ripple effects of bad health.
When you say eating well is expensive, can you compare anything about having good nutrition to having to go to hospitals all the time?
Good nutrition can be derived from fruits and vegetables, which are rich in vitamins and minerals. However, due to high cost of transportation and economic downturn, fruits have become more expensive than it used to be. Good nutrition can be derived from fruits and vegetables, which are rich in vitamins and minerals. However, due to high cost of transportation and economic downturn, fruits have become more expensive than it used to be. A fruit seller, Mrs. Martha, however, refuted this claim. She insisted that despite the harsh economic climate, fruits are still relatively affordable.
It's not much, it's better. Like if you are eating fruits, hardly before you can get sick. You can buy apple 100 naira, apple 15 naira, pineapple 100 naira, or whatever 100 naira. It's very good in the health than to go and buy tablet medicine.
Eating right to achieve healthy lifestyle requires a conscious and decisive effort, irrespective of cost. Folashade Ogunride, reporting for IATV News, Lagos.
And now the stock market report. Stockbrokers traded in a total of 130.8 million ordinary shares, valued at 2.6 billion naira. At the close of trading today on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Chi PLC recorded the highest volume of trade with a total of 14.2 million ordinary shares, valued at 4.1 million naira. Zenith Bank PLC came second on the activity chart with 12.1 million ordinary shares, valued at 224.7 million naira. MTN Nigeria PLC led the pack of gainers with 2 naira to close trading at 127 naira. Forte Oil PLC came second on the gainers chart with a 5 kobo gain to close at 18 naira. On the other hand, Seplat Nigeria PLC topped the losers chart with a drop of 35 naira in its share value to close trading at 490 naira. Okomu Oil also dropped 3 naira 80 kobo in its share price to close trading at 52 naira. All share index closed trading at 27,918.59 points, or in 2,749 transactions, while market capitalization ended today's trading at 13.6 trillion naira. That's the size of our package from the Lagos studios of IATV. I am Adegboyega Labiron thanking you for staying with us, and I'm returning you to our studios in Ibadan for the rest of the news. Good evening.